So using RV Digest at max is very simple, and I'll walk you through the steps right now. First and foremost, let's dump your black tank. Step 2, we're going to close the tank valve and we're going to rinse the tank, and here's how we're going to do it. So there are several ways to fill your holding tank. Probably the simplest is just holding down your foot pedal until the tank fills up. But keep in mind, depending on the campground you're in or the water pump you're using if you're not hooked up, you could be getting anywhere from 1.5 gallons per minute to 3-4 gallons per minute. So even on the high side, you might be sitting there holding your flush pedal for many minutes waiting for that to fill up. So you may not want to use that method. Another option would be to take a 5-gallon bucket where you can just pour water directly into the toilet. Alternatively, you could take a garden hose and run it down the toilet itself. The last option, also a good option, is you can use an external tank rinser or even one that is built into the tank itself. So you're going to turn the hose on and you're going to fill it from the backside. The one thing I would caution you is to make sure you don't overflow your toilet. So you want to have lots of water in there, but you also don't want to overflow it. And remember, you can't trust your sensors. So make sure you're watching your toilet to see how that level fills. And doesn't hurt to have a partner, so if they're outside with the hose, you can be watching inside and you can give them a quick yell to turn off the water so you don't overflow it. Once you start seeing it backing up, now you know your tank is full. Now we're going to head back outside and we're going to open our valve again and dump our tank. You want to rinse it very well, because if you have any old holding tank treatments inside there, they might actively be working against RV Digest, so we want to get them rinsed out thoroughly. Now close your black tank. Now let's head on inside of the RV. We're going to add about 1 to 3 gallons of water to the holding tank by holding down our foot pedal. Now let's go ahead and add water to the toilet bowl. So you're going to hold your foot pedal down halfway and fill your toilet bowl about half full. Now take your bottle and shake it very well. You want to get the bacteria that may have settled at the bottom up into solution. Now we're going to go ahead and fill up our little reservoir. So we want 1 ounce of RV Digest at max, and we do that by loosening both caps and squeezing until the little reservoir fills to the 1 ounce. Now we're going to go ahead and add that to the toilet bowl. Now flush your toilet. Now we're going to go ahead and put water back into our bowl. It's always a good idea to keep water in your bowl when you're not driving, because this will create a vapor barrier, so any kind of smells that might still be in the tank cannot escape up into the RV. Now, every time you use your toilet, we suggest you hold the foot pedal down for about 10 seconds. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. That's going to make sure that plenty of water gets delivered to the holding tank, which will keep the bacteria active and thriving so you can have an odor-free, waste-digested camping experience. Now, I will say, if there's ever a time that we hear from customers that we're getting some problems, it's usually related to odors. And I can tell you this, if you have odors in your holding tank, it's very simple. You just need more water. 1, more water allows the bacteria to thrive. They're living and they're getting too hot. Your tank, because it's gotten too hot, has turned septic, and you need to give it fresh, cool water so those good aerobic bacteria can get back to work. 2, by adding more water, you keep a water barrier, just like we were talking about in the bowl. If your poop is above your water, so let's say you have a mound of poop above the water line, there's nothing you can do that will ever control these odors. You just can't control them. So what you have to do is get that poop underwater. And once it's underwater, now the bacteria can do their job to solve your odor issue. So if you start to smell smells, don't add more product, just go add some more water. And I think you'll see that almost instantly your smell will be fixed. I know some people are concerned that they're going to fill their tanks too quickly and have to end their camping trip, but as I mentioned earlier, these things don't fill up very fast. So if you're holding down your foot pedal for 10 seconds every time you flush, you're still gonna get 3 to 5 days out of your tank, and that's what the family of 4. One other thing to remember is it's always a good idea to not drive with full tanks. You can't always guarantee your tank was installed to the best that it could have been. So I would recommend making sure your tank is dumped before you drive. Now, obviously, if you have to drive to a dump station, fine. If you have to take a short drive, probably fine. But it is a best practice to dump your tank so you don't have all that excessive weight that is going to potentially cause damage to your holding tank while you drive.